If you don't know your value, I guarantee you that someone will decide it for you. Knowing whose you are empowers you to know who you are. Today, let's talk from the topic priceless, the power of knowing your value. Oh, you know what's up? Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope that you, yes, you, are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm yours truly, your host with the most, Dr. Eddie Connor, and it is an honor that you have joined me today. And today we're going to have an amazing conversation of illumination. Hit that thumbs up button on this video. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit the subscribe button as well. Yes, hit that thumbs up button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. And today, we are going to have a courageous conversation of illumination. Yes, but in order to do that, we got to drop some light bulb emojis. Come on, let's drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. As a matter of fact, yes, that helps us. Don't you wish it was just that easy just to pay the light bill? We're paying that light bill. We're paying that digital light bill. You can do that here. Drop some light bulb emojis. We're too lit to quit. Let's light it all the way up. Stay lit because we are the light of the world. Today we're tackling and really talking about the topic priceless, the power of knowing your value. And if I had $100 bill in my hand and I crumpled it up, I'm going to ask you, would you want it? If I stepped on the $100 bill, would you still want it? If it was tattered, if it was crumpled up, if it was balled up, if I threw it out in the street and let a car or a truck run over it, would you still want the money? If I tore it in half, would you still want the money? Somebody said, listen, I got some tape. You would want the value, you would want the money simply because you understand that the value of the money does not depreciate simply because of what happened to it. The value of the money does not depreciate because it was balled up, ripped up, torn up, crumpled up, stepped on, or balled up. Of course, you want a crisp, fresh $100 bill. But here's the thing. Despite its condition, it does not lose its value. And the same thing goes for you. If money doesn't lose its value, if a $100 bill didn't lose its value, don't you think that you are worth more than $100? Don't you think that is of importance for you to know your value? Why? Because you are priceless. Family, just type priceless. Type I'm priceless. I'm priceless. I'm giving you some priceless content. I'm giving you some priceless inspiration, encouragement today. You are not priced less. You are priceless. You are not on sale. Don't let anybody discount you. I know you may have been stepped on. I know you may have had your heart tattered and torn. I know you may have been betrayed and abused. I know you may have been left for dead. I know you may have, in many cases, had your heart ran over. Like it felt like somebody ran over it with an 18-wheeler. But I need you to understand, in the midst of you being forsaken, in the midst of you being left for dead, hear me, you still have value. And it's one thing to hear that I still have value. But it's another thing to know that I still have value. I need you to hear me. Your value is not based upon what's on you. Your value is based upon what's in you. Scripture says this: greater is he that is within me than he that's in the world. Scripture says you have a treasure within an earthen vessel, right? So it's not about what I have that's on the outside. It's about who I am on the inside. And I'll never know who I am until I know whose I am. You'll never know who you are until you know whose you are. That's why it's so important to know your worth. That's why it's so important to know your value. That's why it's so important to ascertain and wrap your mind around the fact that you are priceless. You are not on a clearance rack. Why are you allowing people to put you in layaway? Why are you allowing people to put you on a clearance rack? Why are you allowing people to discount your value? No. Come on. Everybody who counted you out can't count. Everybody who counted you out miscounted. And for many of us, we are emotionally, spiritually, and relationally bankrupt. Bankruptcy is not just a chapter 11. Bankruptcy is about what has affected you interpersonally. Bankruptcy is about more than just what is taking place financially and economically. Bankruptcy is about what is taking place emotionally, spiritually, interpersonally. And if you have no concept of your value, if you don't know who it is that you are, if you don't know where it is that you are going, if you don't understand that the value that you have that's on the inside of you cannot be quantified into a dollar amount, if you don't understand that, you'll always be bankrupt despite how much money you possess. You'll always be bankrupt despite how many people you can possibly call on the phone who can give you the hookup. Holla if you hear me. Despite all of that, you will always be bankrupt simply because you misaligned the fact that you thought your value began on the outside. Value does not begin from the outside in. Value begins from the inside out. And you can't get to a particular place in your life to where you believe that your value is discounted. Nothing can erase the value that is within you. And too many of us were living to please people versus living to please God and understanding that everything is going to fall in place as a result of it. You cannot reduce yourself to fit in with people who don't like you anyway. What you got to do? You got to make up your mind and believe and understand that God created you to be different in a different way. Yeah. You got to be everything that God created you to be in every way, every day. Let me say it again. You got to be everything that God created you to be in every way, every day. You are not worthless. You are priceless. Family, just type know your value. Type know your value. We're having a courageous conversation. We have a super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Super conversation, super chat, super sticker right here on In the Mix. Now, as you're listening to me, you know that your timeline could be someone's lifeline. Encourage somebody with this. Share this word with somebody. Be a digital disciple. Be an electronic evangelist. Share this with somebody. Simply because as you're sharing it, you're letting them know you're not worthless, but you're priceless. You're letting them know that, listen, you have to recognize your value. Your value is not tied to what people think about you. Your value is tied to how you think about yourself. You got all the requisite skills and talent and the gifting, but you're so reticent and hesitant. You want to quantify it as shyness. No, it's really low self-esteem. It's really a lack of confidence. Confidence helps you to win before the race begins. If you don't see that you have enough value, you'll never contribute that to anybody else. Hear me. Because I understand that I have value, I can sing boldly. Because I understand that I have value, I can speak boldly. Because I understand that I have value, I can write boldly. Are you following me? I can post boldly. Why? Because I understand that I have something that God gave me that the world needs. Listen, if you know your value, you won't bury your talent. Parable of the talents. Gave one 5, gave another one 3 talents, gave another one 1 talent. And the one with the 1 talent buried it. Why? Because he was quantifying his value based upon what other people had. I gave you the talent based upon your several abilities. Why? Because if I give you too much and you squander it, it's a curse, not a blessing. Let me give you what you can manage. And if you can't even manage one, why would I trust you with another level of gifting? Why would I trust you with more talent? Why would I trust you with more treasure? If you can't even manage the $100 that I placed in your hand, don't come back to me asking me for more money. I don't just want the $100 back. I want it with interest. Hear me. God gifted you. What did he tell you? Be fruitful and multiply. Being fruitful and multiplying is about more than just children. It's about developing your character. It is saying, listen, I want an ROI. Family, just type ROI. Come on, type it. ROI. I believe I'm talking to some OQP type of individuals, only quality people. God says, I want an ROI. I want a return on my investment. I've gifted you. I've caused you to be fruitful. Now I need you to be now I need you to move into a place of multiplication. Being fruitful. Meaning, I want you to produce on the outside what I placed on the inside. A seed that is within itself. Plant a seed, an apple seed, you get apple trees. I want you to produce on the outside what I placed on the inside. That's what I want you to do. I want you to be fruitful, and not just be fruitful, but to multiply. Notice he didn't say add. No, I want exponential increase out of your life. Be fruitful, multiply, increase. Family, just type increase, increase. Increase in your thought life. Increase in your relationships. Increase in your business proposal. Increase in your blueprint. Increase in you being a trendsetter and a trailblazer. Increase in whatever you put your hands to, it prospers. Ideas for increase. And that's what we do in our Eagles community. Ideas, impact, influence that ultimately brings about increase. Yeah, financially, but not just financially, spiritually, socially, emotionally. In your identity, into your interpersonal aspect. The whole level of you developing in a holistic level of totality. You owe it to you to join us. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed so that you can experience the transformation in our community where I coach, I teach, I train, I mentor, in our live sessions on Zoom. You'll have access to our private Facebook group where it's nothing but determination, inspiration each and every single day, 24/7, 365. You be able to be a part of our Eagles community gatherings where people fly in literally from all over the world. As far as the Bahamas, LA, Georgia, it goes on and on and on and on. You owe it to you to join us. Sometimes we get together for bowling. Sometimes we get together for Top Golf. We just have a good time and we network and connect. You owe it to you to be a part of all of our live sessions, our teachings, our coachings, our trainings, having access to every session that we've ever done. You owe it to you. Join us too. TheEaglesAcademy.com, TheEaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form. I guarantee that you will be transformed. Conversations like this one right here is why you need to join our channel. The channel for change, the channel that creates change, the channel that breaks chains. That's it right here. Up in here, up in here. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video. Just click that link. You'll see a pop-up of 3 options. VIP, Royalty, OQP. Choose one of those 3. And my gift to you is to give you access to our Eagles community. Or rather, our In the Mix community. So, sincere salute as well. Shout out, sincere salute to all of you who are in our live chat. They got a decal by their name. Got a little logo by their name. It's an eagle. It lets them know that they're soaring with us. Sincere salute. Thank you so much for your investment. Thank you so much for partnering with us to be able to do that. My gift to you is to give you access to our In the Mix area, to where you unlock the unlimited behind the scenes footage coverage information, where you only get it up in here. up in here when you become a member. Family, we've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. We're talking about priceless, priceless, priceless. The power of knowing your value. Can't put a price on me. I'm priceless. I'm not priced less. We're going to another level. Don't touch that dial. I got more in store for you. You want to hear the second half of this. I'm coming right back after these messages. Stick and stay. I'll be right back. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. It's such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family, I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. I got some books out there for you. Come on, let them be some stocking stuffers. Yeah, holiday time. Come on, you know, you need to get some books that are going to be a blessing to you. They're going to speak life into you. They're going to empower you and encourage you. Give some books this holiday season. Go right now to Amazon. I've got 18 books out there. Yeah. Ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies, whatever the case may be, whatever your flavor. And then, of course, you can get signed copies at theeaglesacademy.com/books. We're talking about priceless. The value that's in these books, the value of what it is I've been sharing for our In the Mix membership area and our Eagles community is priceless. And that's why it's very important for you to know your value. I was speaking for Jack and Jill Incorporated. It's a very astute organization that seeks to promote the well-being and the vitality of young people, particularly young African American males and females. And It's kind of in a fireside chat to where I was sharing my story with many of these young guys, and I was letting them know, listen, challenges create champions. Challenges create champions. Nobody can stop you from doing what it is that you want to do when you put your mind to it. But you can't get sucked into the street life. Can't get sucked into the whole aspect of, trying to be popular and all this other stuff and trying to go along to get along, being who it is that you are. And I told him, I said, you know what? As boys becoming men, we don't hear enough that boys should know their value. When we hear the words like love yourself, know your worth, we predicate that specifically to women. But that message also needs to be shared to our boys and our men. To hear the stories of what these young guys were sharing, and I'm talking about these young guys, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. Hearing the stories of these young men who made mistakes, who are trying to understand life, who are having some issues even with their parents, who have been teetering on unaliving themselves. Yeah. Father not in their life, issues with their mother. To see the tears that come out of these young men's eyes simply because they felt that they were in a safe space and place to be able to emote. And understand this, that just because I move into a place of emotions does not mean that I'm feminine. And I told him, I said, being a man is hard work, but it's heart work. Man means to manage. Man means to maintain. Man means to manifest. Man means to use God's manual to perfect your life. Man means mature, assertive nurturer. Just letting them know, listen, how bad do you want to be successful? How bad do you want it? You willing to avoid the distractions? Are you willing to buckle down and say, listen, just because I get an education don't mean I'm less than anybody else. Don't mean I'm soft. Because that's the hard path to do, to focus, to make it happen. And for these young men to understand and know their value. Close it out with prayer. Powered these young men. Spoke life into them. Gave him some dap. Gave him some pound. Gave him a hug. Let him know, bruh, your life matters. And here's the thing. A lot of times we don't hear those messages. Something powerful happened in that session. Right? When you talk about a restoration of value, family, just type restoration. Restoration of value. Isn't it interesting that throughout Scripture, the male child was always one who was in danger because a Pharaoh or a king wanted to kill them? Whether you think about Pharaoh killing all the male children because they didn't want Moses to be alive. You never knew who was coming, a deliverer for the people. So he had to be hidden. Herod sought to kill Jesus. Jesus had to hide in Egypt. Come on. The male child has always been under scrutiny, but always within the crosshairs of danger. And one young man said, almost in tears, talked about not really knowing his value simply because his father never affirmed him. He said, I'm 20-something years old now, but my father never told me that he was proud of me. Isn't that interesting? His father never told him that he was proud of him. And so this is what we did. We put that brother in the midst of the circle, told him to move his seat into in the middle of the circle, and we chose a particular other brother to stand in proxy for the father. And I realized that sometimes you got to forgive people who may never give you an apology. That young man who stood in proxy for the father said to that boy who said, or to that young man who said that his father never affirmed him or even told him he was proud of him. He said, as I'm standing proxy for the father, I want you to forgive me. I'm saying what your father should have told you. I'm letting you know that I'm proud of you. Even though your father may not have done it, I'm standing in proxy for an absentee father, and I'm being present to hear other brothers say, listen, yeah, I got a dad in the home, but he's presently absent. And then to hear some positive aspects to where, yeah, I got a good father. He has helped me. He has lifted me. And here it is. Those brothers sitting in the midst of the circle, one talking in proxy as a father to the young man who never heard that he was affirmed and never heard that his father said he was proud of him. Those brothers embraced. Those brothers hugged. There was a meeting of the minds to shift the mind of many of those young men. Whether you're a young man, whether you're a young woman, whether you're seasoned man, seasoned woman, you have to know your value. And here it is. You got to know your value even when people don't speak life into you. Here's what you have to do. You have to affirm and reaffirm yourself. What you're saying is who you are becoming. Not driven by ego. I'm driven to grow. When I have that self-love, when I have God's love, when I know my value, it validates me. I'm not waiting for clothes to validate me. I'm not waiting for a spouse in the house to validate me. I'm not waiting for more money and cars and clothes and shoes, or for you, your shirts and your skirts to validate you. No, I'm not validated based upon what's on the outside. I'm validated by the strength of what God gave me on the inside. Come on, whether you get a gift or not this Christmas, you got to know that you are one. Come on, you're a gift. We can't quantify it. You're a red box and a gold bow. You are a gift to the world. And if you're gifted, oftentimes you will be afflicted. Trying of your faith, work with patience, patience, experience hope. You had to go through some things and grow through some things so that you could abound to greater levels and aspire higher. Come on, you know your value. I know they may have hurt you, but know your value. I know the relationship went awry and askew, but know your value. I know you may be divorced, but know your value. I know it may seem to where you have more bills than money, but know your value. I know it doesn't seem as if things are working out for you, but know your value. You're priceless. Despite what happened to you doesn't change your value. What you go through does not define you, it refines you. Challenges create champions. Emerge stronger. Bounce back better and greater. Move to a greater degree. Shift to another perspective, into another realm. You are valuable. You are seen. You are heard. You are loved. You are valued. And there's power in knowing your value simply because you are priceless. Family, just type, I am enough. I am enough. Buying clothes ain't going to make you feel enough. Being in a relationship is not going to make you feel enough. Knowing that God called and created you is enough. And since he gave you the gift, he wants you to use it. Because you're priceless and you are enough. Family, we've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. This is a great place to sow. Sow a priceless seed. Even now, help us to expand our borders and our boundaries. Help us to expand really the anthem and the blueprint for this amazing show. To where this message can be streamed and shared even the more so. From communities to cities, neighborhoods to nations. And your seed helps us to broaden and expand our horizons, whether it's software, whether it's hardware, of things that we need and that we continue to accrue and that we continue to pay on, just to make sure that we literally keep the digital lights on to make this show go. You may not necessarily go where we go or go where I go, but your seed can help us to do so. You say, well, where do I sow? I'm so glad that you asked. Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries. Then, of course, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. Not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. I'm joining my faith with yours that God's going to do 30, 60, 100 fold in your life, that he's going to bring you into a greater place of expansion. This is a season of expansion for you. It's your season for seizing. That what God has for you, you're going to take it by the horns. You're going to take it by the reins. You're going to move forward and you're not going to look back. Thank you for sowing into this word that you've heard today. It's priceless word. Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail. We've been having super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Link is in the chat. Link is in the description for where to give and how to give. And I appreciate you for your generosity and for your gifts. Conversation like this one that we've had today is why you need to become a member of In the Mix. Yes, you really do. And you say, well, how do I do that? All you have to do is just tap the link in the description of this video. Link is in the chat for how to become a member. Just click on that link, tap on that link, and then you will see 3 options. Choose one of those 3 options. And you'll be able to get access to our In the Mix membership area. Membership has the privileges. Unlock the unlimited by becoming a member even now. Soar with us, family. Soar with us. Soar with us. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com to get all access to our empowerment sessions, how we really speak life into your life each and every single day. Give yourself the gift of empowerment. Give yourself the gift of transformation this holiday season. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. TheEaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, and I guarantee you that you will be transformed. Were you empowered today? Were you empowered today? Can't put a price on it. Can't put a price on you. If you were blessed, just type blessed. Because family, In the Mix, it's out of time. But trust me, I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really do want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. And we mix it up right here on the YouTube side. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Be a digital disciple. Be an electronic evangelist. Your timeline could be someone's lifeline. Share this live, this stream, this show with somebody that you know or don't know. Yeah, share it with somebody. Sincere salute. Thank you all so much for tuning in on our sister satellite stations on social media. I appreciate you. Just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Well, then step this way, step that way. Which way? By friending me and following me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Come on, family. Put some respect on my name. EDDIE. Put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. And of course, I want you to show up as I'm personally inviting you to join me to receive a rich, right now, ready word at the Remnant Worshipers Ministry, where I'm serving as the pastor of such an amazing, loving ministry and group of people who are just all about serving and lifting up the Lord. Every Sunday, you can join us at 10 o'clock a.m. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday. Yes. And of course, I would love to see your face in the place. You say, well, where is that located? 20470 Hubble Street is where I'm saving you a seat. 20470 Hubble Street is where I am saving you a seat. Of course, you can get more information about our church at trwchurch.org, trwchurch.org. Get some church merch as well. You see our logo, TRW, on the back. It says Faith Family Forward. Check us out. Get some church merch. And it's going to be an absolute amazing blessing when you join us in service. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate. Please reach out to me. Get any of my books. Got 18 of them out there. They're on Amazon. They're on the eaglesacademy.com/books. Ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies, whatever your flavor. Every book is going to empower you to be greater. TheEaglesAcademy.com/books. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now why would you look any further? Come on, you know that I'm the man for the job. So invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make some progression. All you got to do is email me to invite me, info@EddieConnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Yo, brother. And I mean that. From another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you now, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. To shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book, Blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.